So if you're like me and you do a lot of road work and you shoot a lot of different cameras, one of the biggest things you got to do every night is when you get back to your hotel or your Airbnb or back to the house after you've been on the road, is getting those images off the camera and onto your PC or wherever your storage device is. And I found a little bit of tech, this little guy right here, that really makes it a lot easier and a lot more streamlined. So let's head to the house and get out of this snow. Yes, it is Easter weekend and it is snowing. Alaska's just not giving up the winter. So let's head back to the house. Let's talk about this bit of kit and why it makes it so much easier to get your images off your camera and onto the computer. So let's head to the house and talk about it. And what is this bit of tech that I'm talking about that really helps me speed up how I get my images off the camera and onto the PC? Well, it's a card reader, of course, from PGYTECH called the CreateMate. Now, before I talk about and show you why this is so, to me, a must-have and really helping my workflow, especially when I'm out in the field, because I run multiple cameras. I'll run probably maybe my Z9 and a Z8, and I'll also be running a Sony ZV-1 like what's recording myself right now, and maybe even an R7 and R8 or something like that, or an R5. I maybe use that in the same day. So I have multiple cards, SD cards and Type B cards that I've got going on, and I've got to get all that footage off these cameras every day and onto the laptop or the SSD or whatever I'm using. So what is that workflow normally? Let me show you what that's normally like. So in the field, I've got to keep one of these in my pocket, and I've got a couple of them. This one's from Pelican, and this one's from ProMaster, it looks like. And what are these? These are just card cases, you know, just Type B SD card cases is all they are. My favorite one right now is this ProMaster rugged one because it's got a bit of a water seal on it, and it's pretty nice feeling. The Pelican is waterproof too, and it'll float, but it's a little more bulky. And this other one holds a few more cards than this Pelican does. So I've got to keep one of these in my pocket at all times when I'm out in the field, or in my bag, one of the two. And then when I get back to the house or the condo or tent, whatever I'm staying in that night to get them off, I've got to make sure I've got one of several card readers. A lot of card readers, like my old Type B card reader I had here, because most of my footage is on Type B with the Z9, Z8, was just a Type B only. And then I got one from Exasend, and it actually has an SD and a Type B in it. And then, of course, a Type A Sony reader if I ever have a A1 or a soon-to-be reviewed here A93. It uses Type A cards, so I need a Type A reader. So I've got to make sure I have at least this one on me when I'm in the field to be able to read SD and Type Bs. And if I've got a Sony, I got to remember to take the Type A reader out with me. So I've got to have that. So I've got to have multiple items with me at all times. And if I'm missing one of them, I'm just dead in the water, especially with the Type B, because my MacBook Pro will read SD cards, but it won't read or write to it at Type B. You have to have a reader to do that. So I've got to make sure I've got at least two of these, and more than likely 3 of these with me at all times. Now, what does this new PGYTECH CreateMate do? Well, here's what's cool about it. Not only is it a card reader, and it comes in 2 types. It comes in as like this one here is a Type B, and it also comes in a Type A, and it has an SD card reader in it also, so it has both. And this one, Type B plus SD. But what makes it unique is this right here. It holds the cards. It holds 2 Type Bs inside of it right there, which is really nice. And it will hold 3 SD cards in it, which makes it really nice also. And it also will hold micro SD cards, and it will hold even your SIM cards in it, which is really, really cool. And it has a little punch out for your, if you need to punch a SIM card out of your phone, it's got it right here. Because even I use my iPhone 15 for video and for pictures sometimes. Some of my B-roll, a lot of times, just taking the iPhone or stuff, or if I've got stuff too close to me and I don't have a wide-angle lens, I'm breaking out the iPhone. But that's what makes this really, really neat, is it has ability to hold these Type B cards. So what does that mean? So that means that I'm in the field, I've got this guy, it's both the reader to go to the PC and it'll hold the cards. And to be able to have 3 Type B cards on me, 1 in the camera or 4, if I was Z8 and Z9, so I got 1 in the camera and I've got 2 backups sitting inside of this. And I also have the ability to have my SD cards also for backups for the other cameras like the R7 and the R8, or backups in the cameras if I need them, if I run out of stuff, and for the ZVE1 also, the SD cards, because that's what it takes. Now, the other good part about this guy is it's IP54 rated. What does that mean? Well, it means if you've got this guy closed, it'll handle, like you saw today, I was out in the snow, this will handle it. You're not going to dunk this and drop this in water. If you do, you better get out real quick, because it has enough sealant in here for rain to hit it and for snow to hit it and dust and things like that, because once you have it closed, it's kind of got a rubber seal in here and it'll keep it protected. So that's really good for us that we're wallowing around in the mud, out in the rain, out in the snow, we do wildlife photography. This guy's awesome. That's really great. So how do we use this as far as a card reader? Well, it's really cool. Of course, we've got these slots. So let's go ahead and put a Type B card in here. Slide a Type B card in here. And then what we do is we put this little tab here, which pops out the USB cable. Now, what even makes this better, this is a 3.2 USB, so it transfers very, very fast. It is just as fast as my Exosend or even my Lexmar, or even faster than the Sony one I found with the Type A when I tested a Type A one out. So all you do from here is take this dongle, plug it into your laptop, and from there you'll register as a drive. And then from there, all you got to do is transfer those from this, just like any other card reader, onto your laptop or onto your external drive, whatever you're using. Makes it really, really nice. Now, one thing you want to be aware of if you go out and buy one of these is make sure you get the 3.2 version. There's a version 1 and a version 2 of this PGYTECH CreateMate. The version 1 is a 3.1 USB, and the version 2 is a 3.2, a lot faster. You get 10 gigabit through bit on this guy, and it transfers very, very fast. Like I said, just as fast as all my other card readers. And even to me, when I tested the A one out, it was a touch faster than the Sony one, which is really nice on the Type A. But that's what this guy is. Really, really cool. Card reader and a storage device for your Type B cards and your SD cards. To me, that just makes it so nice not to have, carrying around this all the time in my bag when I'm out in the field and forgetting one of the devices or, things like that. I've only got to take one device in the field with me, and that's it. It's really nice. And for its not waterproof, but it's water resistant and dust resistant, makes it that much better that I don't have to worry about it so much. So that is really cool. So that's what this guy is. I think it's a must-have if you're a wildlife photographer, especially a guy that works in the field a lot. This is just a phenomenal bit of tech, and to me, it has made my life so much easier when I've been using this for the last couple of months. It's really, really cool. But I just wanted to bring that to you. All right, on to the next bit of topic here, and that is going to be, we're going to do a print giveaway. That's going to be that you leave a comment in this video. I'll tell you how to enter here in just a second. But I wanted to start off by saying thank you guys so much for all the kind words, comments, and all that fun stuff about my recovery and all the words of encouragement you guys give me. It's been so uplifting and so amazing and helped me through getting through this recovery. I got a long way to go from here, but at least today I was able to get out and, like I said, start working on a review on another camera and take a few pictures. They're the first pictures I've taken since January, so it just felt really good to get outside, see some birds, and take a few shots of them. Just felt so good today. And with that being said, in January, when I had the heart attack, we were a little over 10,000 subscribers at the time. We're now at 13.3 or something like that. Just, again, just blows my mind how many people watch the channel, and all the comments and everything you guys give me back is just so fulfilling, and feels good to interact with everybody. And also in February was a 2-year anniversary of the channel. So in celebration of those, we're going to say 2 things, but actually 3 things. 13,000 subscribers, 2-year anniversary, and me just being able to get out today and take some pictures. I want to do a print giveaway. And that's going to be of the wolf, the 2 wolves by the tree that I took back in December or January, whenever it was. We had the really, really big snow. I think it was January. Beautiful snow, beautiful wolves. This print came out gorgeous. I love it. I actually have this print hanging in my office at work. With the 2 wolves by the tree. The eyes on that wolf in the front, the yellow eyes, just really glow well in this print. Really nice print. So how do you enter for the print? Very, very simple. Just leave me a comment in this video saying what you think about this PGYTECH CreateMate. Do you think it's something that you would use in your workflow? Is it something that would be, to you, would speed it up or make things not have to carry, you know, multiple items, but just carry 1 item in your bag? And let me comment about that. Pretty simple. And that'll get you entered for the print and all that fun stuff. So until the next video, guys, get outside and go run that shutter.